This is an old photo of Axum, showing the ancient stelae field, traditional round houses, and the surrounding highland landscape. Axum and the Kunama connection. The Kunama people are one of the most ancient groups in the Horn of Africa, with traditions suggesting they lived in the northern Ethiopian Eritrean highlands long before the arrival of Semitic-speaking groups, the Habesha. Oral traditions and some anthropological studies suggest that before Axum became the Habesha capital, the region had Cushitic-speaking and Nilo-Saharan-related peoples, including the Kunama. Over time, with migrations from South Arabia, Sabaean influences around the first millennium BCE, new elites established themselves in the northern highlands. They absorbed, displaced, or marginalized the indigenous groups like the Kunama. The stelae and who built them. The great stelae of Axum, like the one visible in the photo, date back to around 100 to 400 CE, during the height of the Aksumite kingdom. Archaeological debates exist, mainstream view. They were built by Aksumite kings of Semitic-speaking elites, influenced by South Arabian culture. Counter view, often erased. Many of the techniques and symbols could reflect older indigenous traditions, stoneworking, ancestor cults, burial practices that the newcomers inherited from pre-Aksumite peoples, possibly including Kunama-related groups. This means the stelae are not purely Habesha inventions, but stand on deeper foundations of the region's first inhabitants. How the Kunama history was erased. When the Habesha identity, Tigrinya, Amhara, etc., solidified, the narrative of Axum was rewritten as the origin story of a Christian highland empire. The Kunama and other indigenous groups were recast as outsiders or pagans despite their ancient presence in the same land. Over centuries, land dispossession. Kunama lands were gradually seized under imperial expansion. Cultural marginalization, Kunama oral histories and contributions to early Aksumite culture were ignored in official Ethiopian chronicles. Colonial reinforcement, European scholars working with Abyssinian elites framed history as Semitic Christian civilization versus pagan tribes, erasing the indigenous roots. The transition of Axum into a Habesha city. After Christianity was adopted in the 4th century by King Ezana, Axum became the spiritual and political capital of the Habesha elite. Indigenous groups like the Kunama were either absorbed into lower classes, labor, farming, servitude, pushed to the margins. Today, Kunama communities are found mainly west of Axum, near the Eritrean-Ethiopian borderlands. The memory of their earlier presence remained hidden in oral traditions, but erased from the written royal chronicles. So, in summary, the stelae of Axum rest on older cultural foundations that predate Habesha dominance. The Kunama and related peoples were central to that early cultural landscape. Through elite rewriting of history and later European colonial support of Habesha-centered Ethiopia, the Kunama's role was erased.
Walk this journey with me. Like and subscribe, not for numbers, but for remembrance. Let your ancestors know you have seen their greatness. Let them feel your footsteps walking in theirs. May they guide you, protect you, and keep you in harmony with the earth, the sky, and all living things.